Hey guys, what's up? This is Randy Felix with Critical Paintball. Today I'll be showing you how to install your critical trigger inside your Invert Mini. The tools I'll be using for this will be a set of Allen keys and a punch. Alright guys, the first step here is to remove the grips from the gun. Alright, now that I've removed the grips, the next step is we're going to be taking off these two frame screws, allowing us to remove the trigger frame from the body. Alright, now that we remove the trigger frame, the next step is to remove the stock pin using the punch. And this is going to allow us to take off the trigger. And after you've done that, the next step is to get your magnet block, to unscrew the screw. And remember, when installing this, you want the top screwed holes on the top side and the magnet facing out. And then just make sure you line up the holes. Remember, when screwing this in, you don't want to go all the way in. Just want to have it even with the frame. Just like that. Alright, the next step, you're going to be getting your stock trigger and removing the set screw on top. Remember, when doing this, you want to do it pushing it to the outside, not bringing it to the inside, because you could break the screw that way. You're going to be using a set screw for the critical trigger. Same spot, but just on the critical trigger. But remember, you probably want to maybe use some blue Loctite, because maybe during playing time it might come loose if you don't. So just to be sure, you want to use some blue Loctite. And same thing, you want to go from the top in, so you don't break it. Alright, just going over something real quick. This might happen and this might not happen. On some of the Invert Minis, the trigger frame is going to be a little bit thicker than others. So when sliding in the trigger, right here in the spot right here, some of them are going to be a little bit thicker. So what you could do is use a metal file and just shave these parts down little by little until you fit it in perfect. Alright, last step of installing the critical trigger is getting your critical trigger and sliding it up. Make sure your block is back. And just be careful, I mean, it's going to get stuck because of the magnet. When doing this, when you have it, make sure it's even with the hole so you're able to place the probe pin through. And when you have this, make sure your probe pin screw is already unscrewed just so it's easier. And slide it through. And put your finger there so it doesn't fall back. And grab the other side. Just want to give it a couple twists just so it stays on. Alright. And after finishing installing the critical trigger, make sure all your screws are tightened. And now, just putting back your gun back together. And then remember again too, I mean, when in with the critical trigger, you're able to adjust it. So I mean, if you like a trigger loose, maybe tight, you're able to adjust it. So feel free to adjust it. Alright, now that we're finished installing the critical trigger, I'm putting it back in Invert Mini. It's ready for use. I'm Randy Felix with Critical Paintball. Thank you for watching.